Is your waiting room or office inclusively designed for people in all body shapes and sizes? Are you inadvertently promoting fat phobia, diet culture, and body shaming? No one wants to find out that they've made someone feel excluded from being in their physical space. Here are some considerations for you when thinking about the design and flow of yours. Hey everyone, how's it going? I'm Kira Wackett. Thanks for joining me for another video as we work to empower and equip you with the confidence and skills to write your own story so that you can live your life on purpose. In this episode, we're going over 5 ways that you can make sure your waiting room and office space is designed to be inclusive of all body sizes and promotes an inclusive anti-diet and anti-fat-phobic culture. As a therapist specializing in eating disorders, disordered eating, and body shame, this conversation comes up a lot with my clients. Feeling triggered by or excluded from the spaces they're in, either due to their body size or because of a promotion of a culture they're trying to break out of or feel imprisoned by. So what do we do about it? For starters, we need to own the fact that we exist in a fat-phobic world. The world is designed to idealize and optimize the experience for thin bodies. We live in a space where people have been inundated with the message they should apologize for their body because of its size, the amount of melanin in their skin, their ability status, how they present it to the world, and so much more. We need to own that this is a bias we're all facing, so we can be open to the changes, big and small, that we can make in how we show up to and in our lives. So first off, start by looking at your furniture. Get seating options of varying sizes and firmness. People in bigger bodies may require chairs without arms on the end so that their bodies don't feel so constricted. Wider chairs and couches can be great options to consider here. Additionally, the leverage that it can take for someone in a bigger body to get out of a chair is greater. As such, firmer chairs or ones that don't sit as low to the ground make transitioning from sitting to standing easier. Second, consider the reading options you provide and cancel magazine subscriptions focused on superficial topics and weight loss. If I see another women's health waiting room filled with People magazine, I think I'm gonna scream. No joke, I've honestly started throwing them out every time I see them. We don't need to be inundated with more ideas that someone wore something better, or lost X amount of weight, or the new diet trend that's gonna have you summer ready in 14 days. This just deepens the message that we are not currently, as we are, enough. And on some level that you, as the company, believe this. Otherwise, why would it be in your waiting room? Regardless of your gender identity or other intersecting identities, we get these messages enough. Let your office be a respite from this. Find magazines, books, and activities that aren't gossip or body-focused. Time and National Geographic are great options to consider, as are activity sheets like printed crossword puzzles or word searches. And when it comes to kids, be sure you have books with different images and identities throughout, including books that show different body shapes and sizes. I'll include a link below to an article I did on some of the best books on these topics so that you can make sure to stock your waiting room with these. Third, do away with the candy bowl. Initially, the pandemic provided some respite from this, but candy bowls have definitely made a comeback with the doing away of mask mandates. So while some people might enjoy them, people with eating disorders, disordered eating, and/or body image issues may sincerely and seriously struggle when things like candy are put out in large quantities. They can become fixated on the bowl or distracted by negative self-thoughts about their body, all from seeing this bowl of fun-sized Snickers. They may even feel triggered to binge, or if they take one, feel compelled to compensate for that intake in some way later on. Find something else to put out. Everyone does love a good freebie, but what about stickers, magnets, chapsticks, or even a positive affirmation coin? Try to remove the focus on food when clients sit in your waiting room. 4, do some honest reflection. Does your marketing show people of different body types and sizes? People look to feel included and a part of something. We're always surveying our surroundings to see how we fit in. How do we measure up? Do people in the space look like me? How do I compare? Creating client care settings where people in different body sizes and shapes feel comfortable starts with your marketing. Do you have photos of real people without airbrushing or touch-ups? Do you showcase a wide range of identities, including different gender presentations, races, abilities, etc.? Note, this should extend to every marketing avenue, from brochures to your website to the wall hangings in the waiting room. Even the people they first see when they come to your office are a part of that branding and messaging. And in this, consider where and how you can make your space explicit in telling people that they belong. Finally, consider the actual layout of your space. Trying to pack too much in will make anyone feel crammed. More isn't always better. Leave room in the waiting areas. Don't put tables so close to the chairs that people hit them when moving around. Consider how people carry themselves and their bodies through the space and plan around that. Walkways should be accessible to all body sizes. This includes in your office. Make sure when someone walks in, they aren't relegated to a particular spot based on their body size. When they walk in, they should be thinking about why they're coming in to see you, not whether or not their body can actually walk in through the door without knocking into anything. Now, one bonus point I want for all healthcare settings is this major consideration. I know scales are a tool that we use, but let's reconsider where we put them. Having someone get weighed while others walk by in the hall can be incredibly triggering for people in all body sizes and with various degrees of disordered eating. Put your scales in a place that allows a sense of dignity and privacy. And when you are going to weigh them, I really want to invite you to consider, 1, do they need to be weighed? i.e., what am I using this information for? And 2, have I asked them how they would like to be weighed or if they want access to this information? Many patients prefer being blind weighed and not having this information on their after-visit summaries. Seeing this information can be incredibly triggering, given that eating disorders and body shame can center heavily on their stories about their weight and body. Seeing a number can reinforce their distress and counteract significant steps in their recovery process. And there you have it. It doesn't take much, and this can be everything to a client walking into your space. So now, I want to hear from all of you. What are some other factors, considerations, ideas that we should be thinking about when it comes to body inclusivity? Share your good and bad experiences in waiting rooms and office spaces. What are some of the things that people miss? What impact does the space have on your sense of trust and openness in a facility? What are some examples of spaces and places that are doing it well? And before you go, be sure to look at the video notes for some additional resources on this topic, including some awesome organizations that are working on supporting businesses and organizations in creating truly body-inclusive spaces, as well as the book list that I mentioned for kids' books promoting inclusivity. If you like what you're hearing, be sure to subscribe so that you can save yourself the time and energy of having to check back and instead just get an alert whenever there's new awesomeness to check out. And if you want to stay in the know on all things Adversity Rising, plus get access to exclusive content and specials that I don't share anywhere else, be sure to click the link in the show notes and sign up for my email list. Thank you so much for being with me today. All of us are responsible for doing the work to make this world a place where everyone feels seen, safe, and heard, so we can all thrive and live our best lives. So let's write the story that we all want to see. Join me, and let's get that pen back. See you next video.